Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about a major offer or it's like a daydream of what could possibly be. So maybe for some of you, this reading should be taken in the context of a job offer or something that happens that is very fortunate for you. But I do feel like for the majority of you, this could be an offer in love, so a long-term relationship that somebody is pursuing with you. Hello, Redbeard. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? Let's go ahead and call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And if you join before tomorrow, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central, we do have a members only live stream for those that are in the stars or the towers. Hey Johnny, how's it going? It's true. Hello Candace, how are you? This is the Pause Tarot. Wow, 10 of Cups. Yeah, I think this is a love offer for the majority of you. We have someone who feels like what they need to do is make sure that they defend this connection, which is, I think, an interesting way to say they need to make sure that they level up this connection so you know how much you mean to them. So if you are just kind of casually dating, they want to make it official. If you are already exclusive, they might want to talk about moving in together because the 10 of Cups can be about domestic bliss. Hey, Coops, how's it going? So the King of Wands is about taking action, making sure that if, there's something that you want, that you go for it. We could have someone who is looking to find a gift for you. Why do we have the moon in the reverse, though? Oh, this is like, I want to make sure you know everything about me. I want to make sure you feel like you can trust me. So if this person has been kind of hesitant to say something about what they've been through in the past, or, just kind of like by the way, this happened to me like 5-10 years ago. It's not a problem, but I figure like, I want you to know everything about me. This is like, I think I know what I want, and it's you, and I'm going to tell you whatever like, do you have any questions? What do you need to know? Because I know, and if you know, then let's make this happen. Hanged Man in the reverse. Lack of decision making is not a problem, at least not now. This person may have been kind of delaying this, may have been avoiding making a big offer, but it's like they're seeing how you handle things, they're seeing how you communicate, and they feel like you can be trusted. But if they don't communicate pretty quickly about how they feel, they're worried that someone else might come along. I think that's the fear. They feel like they're hiding how serious their feelings are. They're worried they're going to be seen as somebody who doesn't want a committed relationship or doesn't want to level up. Somebody who is just kind of waiting for things to happen. So they feel like they have to take action towards this Four of Wands, whatever that level up would be, right? For some of you, moving in. For others of you, getting engaged. Yeah, this is someone who's like, okay, we got to talk about that next level because it's time. This is the Univercat. Sorry, there's a lot of tarot and oracle decks. I don't always remember them like that, you know? What else do we have? Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Moon. Yeah, I think they're telling you their deepest, darkest secret. It's like, here's all the information you need to know about me. Or maybe they're just like unlocking their phone, like, here, go through it. Do you feel like you can trust me? Like bearing their soul or unlocking their phone, whatever they're doing, it's like, I don't want you to feel like there's anything I'm hiding from you. 10 of Wands, Strength in the reverse. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. There is some concern here in terms of whether or not you're serious. So at this point, it's like, if I know what I want and I want a long-term relationship, then maybe it's time for me to ask that question of you and see what you want. Wheel of Fortune. This person feels like there's a chance you may not be interested. It's like, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know to make an informed decision. But I acknowledge that you might not be as into me as I'm like feeling for you. Interesting. Queen of Cups, Emperor. So this Queen of Cups is that loving, like emotional energy. This person feels that you are compassionate and considerate, but that you also have this ability to stand up to what you need to. So this feels to me like they appreciate that you have you have a tendency to tell the truth. You have a tendency to stand up to things that you don't like. You may be seen as a little bit overly independent. Maybe they're worried that you would reject them because you're not really looking for that level of commitment. Maybe it just requires a little bit of a chat, right? Hello, Intuitive Insights. How are you doing? Hey, Laura. How's it going? So the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's like, I don't necessarily know. You might reject me. You might feel like you need to stay to yourself for a little bit longer, or you may feel like you just don't want that type of commitment. But I've got to take this chance while I can, or I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just say, this is what I want, and we'll see what happens. The Tower, 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups. There's some demonstration of kindness or consideration that changes this person's opinion of you for the better. Maybe they thought you were a little bit lacking in ambition. Maybe they thought you were a people pleaser. Maybe they thought you were controlling or type A. It's like they see this other side to you, and it makes them realize that this is the type of relationship they've been looking for. In other words, they get more serious about you. This is like, oh, you didn't handle that the way I thought you would. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so there's some period of instability or some difficulty that you faced. And even though you may not have been an expert, or even though it may have been your first rodeo, they see that you took it on with courage and figured it out, even though you were kind of moving blind, like without being able to see what was really going on. They admire you. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. But this thing that you went through, it made you strong. It made you realize what you're capable of, but it also may have made you a little bit resistant to shacking up, to, making things exclusive or moving in with someone. So it's like they've observed you long enough to pick up on these little hints that maybe you're not easy or like quick to get into a relationship, right? Maybe you're a little hesitant. Maybe you're a little too independent for that. That, I think, is their main concern right now. This is the Energy Oracle. Thank you, Coops. Let me write that down for you real quick. Gotcha. Key controller is all about the communication. All right, we've got door to personal healing and happiness and woman holding a coin. So we could have a person who's very focused on professional goals, a person who's very focused on financial independence. I really do think this is someone who's like ready to make an offer or ready to get into a serious commitment, but their fear is the person that they are falling for is maybe a little too enamored of living life on their own or has gotten used to being on their own, and it may be difficult to adjust to that, right? Contract. I think this person wants to live with you or make it official. Door to romance. Yeah. Hey, this is obviously what I want in my life. I'm falling in love or I've already fallen in love. Let's be serious about it. Let's admit to ourselves that we want something long term. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Sudden wealth in the reverse. Message of concern. Mature man. Yeah, I feel like this person makes their decision when they see how you handle a difficult circumstance or some problem that normally people would handle very poorly. You handled it like a boss. You were very calm, or you took it on in a mature way, thought through the situation, considered your resources or your choices, and made a good decision. And this person is like, yeah, look at you go. You didn't even get a little bit ruffled. You know what the pathway is that makes the most sense for you, and you are committed to that. They see other people faced with these situations, kind of losing their hat or losing their composure, but you find a different way. So it's like they kind of look at you as like a cat with 9 lives, like nothing can take you out. You just like always adapt or figure out what you need to do in order to improve the situation for yourself. This person respects and admires you, like hands down. They definitely love you too. But it's nice to know that it's both of those things, right? All right, this is the Love Oracle. Great Scott. Who's the dude? Back to the Future dude. I can't not think of him when someone says that. All right, what do we have? Withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. This person is used to being on their own. Now, this person could be you, or this person could be your love interest. It could be both of you. You might have both gotten to be very strong on your own, and the idea of like trusting someone or letting it get serious could be a little bit daunting, right? Obsession, infatuation, adoration, and addiction. And return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Yeah, there could be a rough patch that happened individually in your life, or it could be that you two went through an argument. It could just be how you handle difficulty in general, how you talk through it. But this is somebody who feels like this is an opportunity to have a really incredible relationship with somebody. They wanted to make sure that it wasn't this obsessive like limerence type. They wanted to make sure that there was a strong foundation. Maybe even with some distractions in mind, there was still a focus placed on this connection. But they had to be able to see through these illusions, or you needed to see through the illusions, perhaps both. This is interesting. For some of you, we have a third party involved that was complicating matters. You or your person may have had to reject someone coming back around from the past. But if that happened, I see them telling you exactly what happened. Hey, so-and-so reached out to me and it made me realize just how serious I am about you because I have no interest in that or like another person. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Hello, creature. What's happening? I do feel like there's an angry ex who's getting rejected for you or your person. We have this like, hey, I'm sorry. I know I wasn't super communicative, or I wasn't really, letting you know what was going on. But here's what happened, and it has helped me understand that I really want to be with you. So take it how it resonates. You went through a tough time and it made them more serious about you, or they went through a rough time and it made them more serious about you. It's something about a difficult tower moment that really makes it clear. I know that I want a relationship with you and I'm not interested in other people. Time, waiting, cycles, and moments. Feeling like they've found the right moment to let go of this loss from the past, or focus more on the future. We have that divine masculine or emperor energy and chemistry. So I'm not going to let the past get in the way of my being able to enjoy my future. So I'm going to let go of this, bitterness or resentment that I carried from my last relationship. I'm going to make sure that I'm fully honest with this person that I've fallen in love with and try to start off on like a great, what's the word? Start off on a good foot. This is the situations deck. Thank you, Rachel. What else do we have? Legal, court, paperwork filed. TikTok, deadline, time running out. Focused, eyes for you, fascinated, and watching. I think they have made something like official in terms of moving away, moving out, ending a relationship, selling a business, or finding a place for the two of you to live, something along those lines. This person is like, I know what I want and I want you. I know that there are things that are potentially going to cause problems or get in our way. So I want to make sure that I am very clear with this person on what I want. I feel like I need to stand up and pursue that now. There could have been some financial issues in that tower moment. There could have been a little bit of frustration in terms of which path to take. But again, they see that you held on to your morals, your integrity, and navigated some tricky waters with class. But we have love affair, dirty little secret, and down low. Yeah, I think there's something here about an ex being rejected. Someone who wants to just have like a little sneaky link. But the idea of potentially ruining the connection with you that has made them so happy, it's like, no, not in your life. There's no way. I want to be loyal to this person. So they're getting rid of or cutting off, maybe even blocking someone. Again, this could be on your side versus their side. But this is prioritizing the love connection that they found, which is really sweet. This is the signs of the times. What else do we have? Lotus flower, enlightenment, number 27. And water, surrender, number 39. Yeah. I see that I'm happy. I see that this person is who I've been looking for. I'm not going to let anything get in the way. So they're surrendering to their emotions. They're seeing the confirmations around them and also having observed your behavior in difficult times or facing a difficult situation. It's like, yeah, that's my person. That's who I want to be with. So we have achievement. This would be like the Four of Wands and the dice. Somebody's taking a chance and pursuing something serious with you. I don't think this is something that they expected. They might have, kind of cautiously thought that things could go either way, or they weren't maybe 100% certain about your character, your integrity. This is the Romance Angels Oracle, by the way. What else do we have? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And wedding. I mean, we keep getting the Four of Wands, so this makes sense. This situation involves marriage. Many of you are headed towards getting married with this person because they do appreciate the happiness that you've brought to them and the fact that they can actually trust you. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And you stirred their feelings too, okay? What should we use? We're going to go with the Tarot Familiars. Did I miss Carrie? Hello, Carrie. What else do we have? Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, High Priestess, Ten of Swords. All right. So yeah, I think this is someone who's saying, I'm done with the dating life. I found who I want. So they have boundaries with somebody who's trying to kind of like threaten that, right? Someone who might be interested in a one-night stand kind of thing. And this High Priestess is like, no. I know what I want. I know that could be a problem. I don't want to have any secrets to hide from the person that I'm falling in love with. So I'm cutting off or like deleting that roster, right? The short-term people are getting cut off or ignored. King of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great way to summarize it. I know what I want. I know I've fallen in love. I'm not going to get distracted by other things. We had that focused on you card. There's not another person out there that they're thinking about romantically, so they see no reason to leave it ambiguous. Hello, Cashier. How you doing? All right, I'm going to pull a few cards for Coops and see what's going on with the should I call situation. What else do we have? All right. Should Coops call? Yes, but not right away. Tell me more. Eight of Wands is in the reverse. This is like, yes, but like, hold your horses. Strength, Seven of Swords, and the Hermit. Yeah, be patient. I feel like at least a week or about a week with the Seven of Swords because there's some truth that's going to be exposed. I feel like it's in the next week. This could be like a positive thing that's like a good excuse or like an end to have this conversation. Like, hey, guess what happened to me? Or this could be a realization that happens on the other side of things, right? The other person may be realizing something was a lie, and that causes them to respond to you differently. But we have the Hermit. So it's like, keep your eyes out for some sort of sign. I do feel like it's a red light. There's going to be something weird with red light. Maybe it's like somebody changes their normally white bulb to a red light just because like that's what they had on hand. There's going to be something with a red light that gives you the little go ahead sign, which is so weird because to me that means don't do it. Now don't go hang out in the red light district just because you want to like justify calling tomorrow. Okay. Any other advice regarding this conversation? The Moon in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Do not be secretive. Make it very clear that you are an open book. And avoid being impulsive, because that could be the temptation here. All right. I'm sending you good luck. I know you can handle it. It'll be great. You got this. Watch out for that sign. And thank you for the tip. I'm going to leave it there, you all, and I will see you on the next reading. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I'll see you later. Toodles.